The sun rises over the Serengeti. Golden light paints the sky. The savanna awakens. It is a place of wild beauty. The air is cool and crisp. The scent of dew-covered grass fills the air. Birds sing their morning songs. A new day begins. Life on the savanna is a delicate balance. Predators and prey share this vast land. Their roles are intertwined. The circle of life continues. This is the story of one hunter, a cheetah named Safa. Her legend is about to begin. Safa is a magnificent cheetah, a true marvel of nature. Her presence commands attention, and her beauty is unparalleled in the animal kingdom. Her coat shines like gold in the sun, a radiant display that catches the eye of anyone fortunate enough to witness it. Each movement she makes is a dance of light and shadow. Black spots dapple her fur, providing excellent camouflage. These spots are not just for show, they are a crucial part of her survival strategy, allowing her to blend seamlessly into her surroundings. She is lean and muscular, built for speed. Every muscle in her body is finely tuned for the chase, making her one of the fastest animals on the planet. Her eyes are sharp and alert, constantly scanning the horizon. These keen eyes miss nothing, always on the lookout for potential prey or danger. They are the color of amber, burning with intelligence. Her gaze is both piercing and thoughtful, a window into her cunning mind. She moves with a quiet grace, a shadow in the tall grass. Her movements are almost ghost-like, silent and fluid, making her a master of stealth. Safa is known for her hunting prowess. Her ability to stalk and capture prey is legendary, a testament to her skill and patience. She is patient, strategic, and lightning fast. When the moment is right, she explodes into action, a blur of motion that leaves her prey with no chance of escape. Her name, whispered in hushed tones by other animals, means the shadowed hunter. She is both feared and respected, a true apex predator. Even as a young cheetah, her potential was clear. From an early age, she displayed the instincts and abilities that would make her a formidable hunter. She was destined for greatness on the savanna. Her journey from a playful cub to a masterful hunter is a story of natural talent, relentless training, and the harsh realities of life in the wild. Safa's mother was a skilled hunter. She was known across the plains for her agility and precision. Every move she made was calculated, every step taken with purpose. Her eyes, sharp and focused, scanned the horizon for the slightest hint of movement. She was a master of her craft, and her reputation was well earned. She taught her cubs the art of the chase. Patience was key. Stalking was essential. Safa and her siblings would watch in awe as their mother demonstrated the techniques that had kept their family alive for generations. They learned that every hunt began with careful observation, followed by a slow, deliberate approach. They practiced these skills from a young age. Playtime was more than just fun. It was training. The cubs would chase each other through the tall grass, honing their speed and agility. They would pounce on imaginary prey, learning to time their attacks perfectly. Each playful encounter was a lesson in disguise, preparing them for the real challenges that lay ahead. Safa watched her mother intently. She studied every move, every gesture. She noticed how her mother would lower her body to the ground, becoming almost invisible in the grass. She saw the way her mother's muscles tensed just before the final sprint. Safa was determined to learn everything she could. She learned to read the wind, to mask her scent, to blend into her surroundings. Safa understood that the smallest mistake could mean the difference between a successful hunt and going hungry. She practiced moving silently, placing each paw carefully to avoid making noise. She learned to use the wind to her advantage, ensuring that her scent would not give her away. She learned to anticipate the movements of her prey. Safa would spend hours watching the herds of antelope and gazelle, studying their behavior. She learned to recognize the signs of a nervous animal, the subtle shifts in posture that indicated when they were about to flee. She practiced predicting their paths, positioning herself for the perfect ambush. Her mother's lessons were vital for survival. They were not just about hunting, they were about understanding the world around her. Safa learned about the importance of water sources, the best places to find shade during the heat of the day, and the dangers posed by other predators. Every lesson was a piece of the puzzle, helping her to become a well-rounded and capable hunter. One day, the time came for Safa to hunt alone. It was a moment she had both anticipated and dreaded. She knew that her success would mean independence, but failure could be disastrous. The weight of her mother's teachings pressed heavily on her mind as she set out into the vast expanse of the Serengeti. It was a rite of passage for every young cheetah. Safa moved through the tall grass with a mix of confidence and caution. She remembered her mother's words, the countless hours of practice, and the importance of patience. She knew that this was her moment to prove herself, to show that she had learned well. She felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. She was ready. Her heart pounded in her chest as she spotted a lone gazelle grazing in the distance. She lowered her body just as her mother had taught her and began to stalk her prey. Every muscle in her body was coiled, ready to spring into action. Her mother's lessons echoed in her mind. She remembered the importance of staying downwind, of moving slowly and deliberately. She recalled the countless times she had practiced this very scenario, and she felt a surge of confidence. This was her chance to show that she was ready to take on the world. The time had come to prove herself. Safa took a deep breath, focused her gaze on the gazelle, and prepared to make her move. This was the moment she had been training for her entire life. With a final, silent prayer to her mother, she launched herself forward, a blur of speed and grace ready to embrace her destiny. The sun beat down on Safa's back, its rays casting a golden hue over the vast Serengeti plains. The air was thick with the scent of dry grass and the distant calls of wildlife. Safa, a young and agile cheetah, felt the familiar rush of adrenaline as she prepared for her first solo hunt. The tall grasses swayed gently in the breeze, creating a mesmerizing dance that seemed to whisper secrets of the wild. Each blade of grass moved in harmony, providing both cover and challenge for the predators lurking within. A herd of gazelles grazed in the distance, their delicate legs and alert ears making them appear almost ethereal. They were blissfully unaware of the danger lurking nearby, their focus solely on the lush patches of grass that dotted the landscape. Safa crouched low to the ground, her belly nearly touching the earth. Every muscle in her body was taut, ready to spring into action at a moment's notice. She had learned from her mother the importance of patience and precision. Her eyes followed the gazelles, analyzing their every move. She could see the subtle shifts in their posture, the way their ears twitched at the slightest sound. Safa knew she had to choose her target wisely. She was invisible, a phantom in the golden grass. Her spotted coat blended seamlessly with the surroundings, making her nearly undetectable. This camouflage was her greatest ally in the hunt. She waited for the perfect moment to strike. Timing was everything. A premature move could alert the gazelles, sending them fleeing in all directions. Safa's heart pounded in her chest, but she remained still, her instincts guiding her every decision. Patience was her greatest weapon. She had observed her mother and other experienced hunters, learning the art of waiting. The sun continued its journey across the sky, but Safa remained focused, her eyes never leaving the herd. One wrong move and her prey would be gone. The gazelles were swift and agile, capable of outrunning most predators. Safa had to be faster, smarter, and more determined. She inched forward, her movements slow and deliberate. The thrill of the hunt coursed through her veins. Every fiber of her being was attuned to the chase, her muscles tensed, ready to unleash the explosive speed that cheetahs are renowned for. This was her moment, the culmination of all her training and instincts. It was time to put her skills to the test. With a final deep breath, Safa prepared to leap, her eyes locked on her chosen target. The world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for the inevitable burst of speed and power. The first hunt was about to begin. Section 5, a calculated approach. Safa chose her target, a young gazelle, slightly separated from the herd. It was the perfect prey for a young hunter. She began her stalk, moving slowly and silently. Each step was deliberate, calculated. She used the terrain to her advantage, staying hidden behind bushes and termite mounds. Her spotted coat blended seamlessly with the dappled sunlight. The gazelle, oblivious to the danger, continued grazing. Safa's heart pounded in her chest. The adrenaline surged through her body. She was close now, within striking distance. The time was right. Safa prepared to unleash her incredible speed. Section 6, Speed and Precision. With a burst of energy, Safa launched herself forward. She was a blur of motion, a golden streak across the savannah. The gazelle, startled, tried to flee, but it was too late. Safa's speed was unmatched. She caught the gazelle in a matter of seconds, a cloud of dust rising behind them. Her powerful legs carried her effortlessly. Her sharp claws extended, striking the gazelle's hindquarters. The impact sent the gazelle tumbling to the ground. Safa had made her kill. Her first solo hunt was a success. Section 7. A Hunter's Respect. Safa stood over her kill, her chest heaving from the chase. She had taken a life to sustain her own. It was the way of the savannah, the delicate balance of nature. She felt no guilt, no remorse, only a deep respect for the gazelle and the life it had lived. It was the circle of life, the predator and the prey. She had hunted with skill and precision. She had honored her mother's teachings, and she had earned her place as a true hunter of the Serengeti. Section 8. Legacy in the Making. As the years passed, Safa became a legend. Her hunting prowess was unmatched. She was a symbol of power, grace, and the untamed spirit of the Serengeti. She raised several litters of cubs, teaching them the ways of the hunt, just as her mother had taught her. Her legacy would live on in them. Her name, the Shadowed Hunter, was whispered with a mix of awe and fear. She was a force of nature, a reminder of the wild beauty that thrived on the savannah. Section 9. The Spirit of the Serengeti. Safa's story is a reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth. The predator and the prey, the hunter and the hunted, all play a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem. The Serengeti is a testament to this balance, a place where life persists, thrives, and continues to inspire awe in all who witness its majesty. And Safa, the Shadowed Hunter, will forever be a symbol of this wild and wonderful place.